is Friday the 26th of March, which means it is my weigh-in day. So as usual, I'm going to speak a little bit about how I've got on this week, that kind of thing, and then move on to my weigh-in at the end. So obviously, if you've watched my sort of like what I eat in a day vlogs throughout the week, you'll have known that on the weekend I had a little bit of a blip, I think is the right word to describe it. Basically, I ate quite considerably over my calories, and the foods that I ate weren't very good. I'd sort of like been steadily I'd steadily felt like my motivation was decreasing and that kind of thing. But yeah, so the weekend wasn't great all around in terms of nutrition and exercise and how I was feeling mentally and that kind of thing. I was quite active on Saturday because I was like redecorating the lounge, but just not great. So on Sunday night, sort of Monday evening, I was kind of like, right, what can I do to make this work? Like, let's have a look at what I've been doing, what's working, what isn't working, where could I possibly be going wrong, because I've been on this journey now vaguely since November, because I started to introduce lifestyle changes in November. However, I sort of like created this structured plan from the 1st of January. So however you want to look at it, I've kind of been on this plan since January 1st, but I have been introducing healthier habits, changing my lifestyle since November 2020. So it's been a couple months, and I feel like some of the time my effort level or what I've done wasn't reflected in my weigh-ins, and I just felt like I should have been having a little bit better losses. Not to say that I was expecting to lose every week or I felt like that was the right thing. I understand that plateaus happen, maintains happen, gains happen, and that's all natural and all totally fine and normal within a weight loss journey. But I just felt like something wasn't quite right, so wanted to investigate that and readapt, reflect, and try and become as informed as possible to sort of like move forward and be as successful as I could be. So one of the things that I kind of thought might sort of like help with my progress was to look at what I was eating specifically, because I'm on a calorie controlled diet. I have a caloric deficit, which is my sort of plan to lose weight, and I just had this like sort of overall number to achieve of the day. And I feel like a lot of food, I just personally feel like my digestive system, like everybody else's, is very individual and unique to them, and I just think that my body digests certain foods a lot easier and processes things a lot quicker when I eat in such a way. And that the main thing is that I've noticed is when I eat sort of like an increased refined carbohydrates, refined carbs, I tend to sort of like bloat, be sluggish, don't feel well, all that kind of thing. And I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna sort of have a bit of an experiment this week. So I decided to add in, as well as my calories, because all weight loss plans, regardless of what you're following, is some form of a calories in, calories out idea. So as well as sort of like my overall calorie goal, I wanted to include certain macronutrient goals. So I set obviously one for carbohydrates, proteins and fats. I'm not regimented with it in terms of if I go over a little bit, you know, I don't give myself a hard time. If I'm under a little bit, I don't give myself a hard time. It's more or less there to help me make better food choices or become more informed about the properties within food and how that food is made or made up and what it's made up of, and what sort of energy level that can provide. So yeah, did that, set that on Monday, and went sort of like food shopping on Monday. And I didn't really, I bought a lot of the things that I tended to buy anyway. The only thing I think I didn't sort of like pick up a lot of was, I didn't buy veggie straws this week. I didn't buy dark chocolate. I did buy some chocolate though at some point. What else didn't I buy? It was pretty much the same. I think it was just the way in which I was eating was different, because obviously I was looking at the foods that I was eating and sort of like their macronutrient values and how I could adapt what I like to eat into this new plan. And one other thing that I did this week that I'm definitely going to continue to do, because I think it's, I just can't believe I didn't do this from day one, but this is what it is, isn't it? A learning journey where we get better every week and eventually find a way that works for us. So on Monday, rather than using sort of like my meal plan app, I just put everything into MyFitnessPal, and I did that initially because I was thinking, oh, how much carbs has this meal got, or how much protein has this snack got. So I kind of pretty much went through Monday to Friday and inputted my breakfasts and lunches, which were a protein shake, so that was not difficult at all, and then sort of thought about the meals that I had been having that I really enjoyed, and put them in, and then sort of built up a sort of meal plan for the day based around them 3 goals: my calories, carbohydrates, protein and fat. And that really helped. Like, didn't really seem much of a problem. And also day to day it kind of felt a little bit easier, just because I already knew what was going to happen. It was like I didn't really have to put much thought into it, because I just woke up, looked at my day and saw that I'd already inputted my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner. Most days I'd inputted a couple of snacks and left myself a few hundred calories and carbs and whatnot over, to amount for just damage control basically. If I was a bit more hungrier in the afternoon, it allowed me a snack. If I wanted something sweet after my dinner, it allowed me that. So that, I'm definitely going to be doing that every week from now on, because I found it incredibly helpful. I've really enjoyed the foods that I've been eating this week. A couple of things that I have sort of changed around. My snack, I feel like I've eaten more, which is weird. I feel like, especially on, I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, I just felt like I didn't stop eating all day. But I was within my sort of all my goals, but I just felt like really satisfied in the fact that I didn't go hungry, and if I was craving I could go and get something. So I've basically been having lots of snacks which consist of like cucumber, chopped up cucumber and tuna with a little bit of low fat mayo, or like a romaine lettuce piece with some like protein, like just sliced ham basically, or chicken or whatever, with like a little bit of hummus. It's so good. And then in terms of meals, I've still been having, carbs are not cut out completely, because I don't believe in that they should be completely cut out of my diet anyway. I couldn't do that. Like, carbs are amazing in terms of like the food sources, and I love them, so I'm gonna learn to make them work for me in a way that I can lose weight, because that's what's going to be sustainable. So yeah, this week I really feel like everything I've eaten I've really enjoyed. I've had like an Aero chocolate bar on one occasion this week. I've had like fruits, and I've just really enjoyed everything. I've not felt deprived. I've not felt like but also I've felt really healthy, and it's definitely helped to boost my motivation and how I'm just feeling in general. I'm feeling so much better. I'd say 100 times better than I felt this time last week. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that yesterday I posted and said that I already feel like I've won this week, regardless of what the result of today was, because I've got my motivation back, I've got my drive back, and I'm feeling a lot healthier and a lot fitter than I ever did before. So that's sort of like the nutrition wrapped up. I'll show you my calories for the week. So obviously bear in mind that Friday, Saturday and Sunday it was over. I'll slide across to Friday and Saturday so you can just see it, but there you go. I have upped my calories slightly from 1,200 to 1,300. I did that on, I want to say, Wednesday. I'm not going to religiously stick to that. I think if I feel like I need it, I'll have the extra 100 calories. If I don't feel like I need it, I'm not gonna eat for the sake of eating, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna try and listen to my natural hunger patterns. But that's Friday. I've got my breakfast, lunch and dinner logged, so I've got room for some extra things there. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on plan. It's basically I'm gonna be on plan every single day, but I'm gonna make my foods work within that from here on out. But I do plan tomorrow to have some kind of a burger because I'm really craving one. But as you can see from like the weekend, it just was not great. So my net average for this week is 1,339, so that makes me 570 calories over my weekly goal. In terms of exercise, haven't really done much. I've had a bit of a back problem, which started last week, and it's been sort of like there every day. It tends to get worse as the day goes on. I've had a couple of walks. I think I've walked for the last 3 days consistently. On Wednesday, I managed to get over 20,000 steps in the day, which I was so chuffed with, because I haven't seen that in over a week. So I was really, really happy with that. So I'm going to look into my workouts and I'm just going to sort of find out what is going to work for me. But I'm not overly stressing myself. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to do that, because when I did that before, it didn't end well. So I'm just going to steadily build up to it. And like I said, not put too much pressure on myself. If I work out, great. If I don't work out, great. That's what my body needs. So moving on to my weigh-in then. This morning, I weighed in at 14 stone, 9.8. Mind blown, honestly. I was so shocked this morning when I stepped on the scales and saw that number, just because I've seen the same number for what feels like forever. I know it isn't, but it's just felt like a lifetime of stepping on the scales week after week and just seeing that same number. So to see it change was really encouraging. So that means I've lost 2 pounds. I can't remember the last time I lost 2 pounds in a week or a month. That is crazy. So a 2 pound loss. I think it was a 0.5% body fat loss and 0 point something off my BMI, but it makes an overall loss of 1 stone 5 pounds, 5.5% body fat and 3.6 off my BMI. I'm so super chuffed, and I'm so glad I persisted and trusted in my journey and self and just didn't give up. And that was definitely the encouragement I needed, to know that it will work. It does work. Just be consistent. So yeah, 2 pound loss this week, which overall for March, because this is the last weigh-in in March, I believe. Yeah, today's March's last weigh-in, so that's an overall loss of £3, which I'm really happy with. I'm really happy with. More so because going forward, I feel like I've now got like the knowledge and I'm informed of what I need to do for my body to get the results I want. And I think it's really important to remember that weight loss is so individual. There's no wrong or right way for somebody to lose weight. It's whatever works for you as a person. So whether you're calorie counting, whether you're doing Weight Watchers, Slimming World, whatever it is, you know, if it's working, it's working, and if you're feeling good, then that's the main goal, isn't it? So £2. I'm so chuffed. Like, literally, it really does. I mean, the scale, like, even still, the scale is just a number and we shouldn't give it power or anything like that, but I think I'm just happy to finally see a decent amount of weight lost that I can sort of like move forward and think, okay, this is gonna work now. And it kind of makes up a little bit for the couple of weeks that I maintained and stuff. And to be perfectly honest, I do think it's me. I do feel like it's me and I'm the reason why I didn't lose. I don't think it's got anything else. I don't think there's any sort of other outside influence or anything like that that's kind of affected it. I just think I need to stick to my plan 100%, and it will work. So yeah, really happy. Moving forward into next week then, and April, my god, when is the 1st of April? I'll definitely have some new sort of like goals and things for April, but I'll likely pop them onto my Instagram, which I'll link below if you want to check that out. So my next weigh-in is going to be on the 2nd of April. Okay, cool. And another month, so we'll see what April has to offer. Hopefully this is the way now, and I have like figured it all out after like these 3 months of experimentation, I suppose. I just think that it might change again, and it might change again, but the sort of idea here is to not give up. It's to keep adapting until the end result is achieved. It's to not say, oh well, it's not working, so that's it. It's just to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until you get there, because you will. You really will. So if you've had a weigh-in this week and you're really happy with your result, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And also, if you've had a weigh-in this week and you're not feeling too great about it, hang in there, don't worry about it. Watch me last week, and just remember that you will get the losses that you deserve. You just got to hang in there, don't give up. If you've had a bad day, don't worry about it, get up the next day, try again, just don't give in, and it will work. So thank you so much for watching. A huge super love to everybody who has hit that subscribe button so far. It does really mean a lot, because it's helping me stay accountable, to know that I have so many lovely people that are on this journey with me. Please let me know down below if you are also on a weight loss journey and how you're getting on. I would love to know. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week again for another weigh-in.